Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm just throwing stuff all over myself, but yeah, good. How are you?
Good, good.
Ah. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. As you enter the room, please hit that thumbs up button. We really appreciate it. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 10. What happened in the dungeon? We've been waiting
Well,
all season for a show that was worth watching.
they had a good time, and I was really happy to see that. So, I'll just give my perspective and true, full transparency. My apologies.
Mhm.
I was only looking forward to this episode to see what actually happened, to see if what we heard before the season started matched filming.
Mhm.
And it was interesting. I mean, there wasn't. If we're honest, there's not much there as far as storyline, but
Mhm.
it was nice to see them have fun, get together, laugh. I mean, Candy was the MVP. I think everyone
Mhm.
agrees with that. Like,
Mhm.
I'm like, did Candy just really just save most of the season? Did she really just do production's job for them? This is
Mhm.
why I say Candy. Go to the production side. This is the entertainment we want. She had the costume, she had the toys, she had the stripper, she had the $4,000 in ones. I mean, it doesn't take much to make a good show.
I know. Like, this is what I've been looking for the entire season. The girls all together at the same time, having fun. Um, then you had the side story with like Kenya and Marlo kind of calling a truce or something like that, and setting aside all that foolishness so that they could get together and have fun. They let their hair down and took us along for the ride, whether we saw something or not. Like, that wasn't even my biggest concern, who did what to who and what, and who was pulling hair out of teeth and all that. That wasn't even my concern. I just wanted to
Yeah,
have fun at a bachelorette party, and I was
right.
happy.
And they all look good in their costumes too.
I was shocked. I didn't know Marlo had all of that. I don't know what I thought Marlo looked like, but meow.
Exactly. And Kenya tried to be sexy. She really did. I'm gonna give her credit for
But
that.
you know what? I will give Jack his jacket. I was surprised that she did that little dance so well. Like, there were two parts that I thought she did well. When she was down on the floor while
Hmm.
Cynthia was in the swing, I would have never thought she had that in her, to be quite honest. And then the one where she was draped over the coffee table,
Hmm.
she was like really getting into her character, and I was just like, oh, okay, interesting. Shamia doing that splits, whoa, whoa.
Well, no surprise there because she was a cheerleader, so
I know, but
we can't be surprised.
I wonder what her husband thought when he saw this episode. He's
He's
like, you're not
he's
going back.
he's all like I get that every night. Quit playing with me.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he wants what he has to be shared with everyone.
True, but he knows who he married, so he's okay with it. They all had, like I said, this is the best episode by far. They all had fun. I was just liking the fact that Kenny and Marlo wasn't saying nothing. I'm like, good job. That's the way I would have done it.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Candy's
Candy,
outfit. I felt like I saw that somewhere before.
I think because we saw, I think she was in the trailer, and they played the trailer so much.
Or was that one of her costumes for when she went on tour with Escape?
It could have been.
It's cute though. I like it.
Hmm.
So glittery. And she slid right into her role as well as mistress of the whole night. I just had fun.
She
I
was in her
didn't
element.
Yeah, I didn't take much notes, and I won't even find fault with Kenya, like after the whole shenanigans went down, trying to like put everybody on trial and talk out the do. Like, somebody has to be the idiot who talks out the girls'
Yeah, of course.
weekend, you
There's
know?
always one. There's always one.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't want anybody to get in trouble because I know Tanya felt um she felt some way that she actually left filming. But I enjoyed it. Like everybody was having fun. I had fun. I forgot my notes. It was really cool.
Like Troy said, Tanya's face was giving, please, dear God, don't let our trust be exposed. Exactly. She was looking so scared. I was like, ma'am, whatever. It's a girls' trip. It's like, let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. At bachelor parties, men do way worse. I'm sorry. Men do way worse. So
Mhm.
I'm not gonna sit here and judge women for doing the same thing men do and having some fun, letting loose. I mean, post Cynthia though, post Cynthia.
But
She,
to be honest, right? What's her name? Portia's not married. Who were the people who were accused of
right,
this? Portia, Tanya, um,
Latoya.
Latoya, and Drew talked her own self out by saying that Bolo threw her over the table and she was face planted and that was it. But she talked herself out. But the other ladies, like Portia's single.
Right.
Um, how engaged is Tanya that she's been engaged for a decade? Like, girl, bye. You're in a business
Committed.
partnership.
You're in a committed. You're in a, what we call a committed relationship, and that's fine. And Latoya separated. Toya is separated, probably on her way to divorce. I don't. I never saw what the big deal of this was anyway. I I just
Mhm.
never did. Now I did think what was messy of production was to clearly point out um Portia and Latoya. I mean, they names Big Arrow. I hollered when I saw like y'all know y'all shady for that. And then you can see the silhouettes and everything. I'm like, okay, I like the fact you. There was some like Kenya did say that there is audio,
Oh.
and the audio that was played. I think we heard the beginning. I think we heard snippets of it preseason. I can't recall,
Mhm.
but there was definitely. They said there was definitely audio because she said there was audio, but there was no like real visual. But you know who
Mm.
was there though.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. It I can't believe they made us wait, what, 10 episodes for this?
I mean, they had to because they had no real footage. If we're being, and they said that preseason there was like not that much footage. Think about what we would have had without this. Like this is like the fourth episode of them being in South Carolina, right? It's the third or fourth episode of them being in South Carolina.
Third,
The
I
third?
think.
Well,
I
I'm counting when they're on their way there too. So fourth, right?
oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I count the getting there as part of the trip. So
Okay.
really think about it, though. Without this whole thing, that'd been at least 4 episodes of nothing. So I'm okay
Good
with this.
lord.
I think let's see. Let's start with Candy. Candy
Mhm.
did a great job. Kudos, good job, Candy.
Mhm.
Candy also you know she guarantees she's coming back next season because they like you didn't save the show, so she's coming back next season. Then I think MVP number 2 was Bolo. Good job, Bolo.
Wait,
You
can
asked
we
you
just do a special mention to his tongue? Like the things that it does, like wow, it looks like origami at one point. Kudos. I'd like to see that
right,
in person, but I fear that I, I can't afford his type of struggle.
right. He's MVP number 2. I mean, he did his job. He was professional. He asked all the right questions. And also going back to Candy, Candy told production. You see how Candy told production, we're gonna need to shut this down, right? And
Mhm.
you see how they did it. They're like, okay, we can do that, and they just did it. I was like, all right,
Because
you
they
know,
knew they had the backup cameras and audio all around there.
exactly. Yeah, they had everything. So they, that's that. Who else? Kenya. I mean, there is always that one person who's gonna ruin it for everybody. There's always that one person in the group who's gonna rat you out. So she's that
Yeah.
person. But her
I
running
didn't mind
around,
it though.
trying to question everybody is what I didn't really like.
Oh, when she started doing like the mock trials at the
Yeah.
pool, that was kind of a downer for me. Like I liked the way how they had the confessionals changed up, like the Sharon Stone,
Hmm.
something Basic Instinct kind of
Basic instinct.
thing. Yeah. I like that. It was cute. It was different and it tied into the episode. But yeah, what she did around the pool, like it was different for Latoya than it was for Tanya.
Mm.
She was openly accusatory to Tanya.
Yeah.
Eh. But
For
she
no
can't help but let her personal feelings dictate how she behaves, you know.
exactly. And then we have Latoya. I enjoyed Latoya because she wasn't too much.
Mhm.
She was just enough fun. Like she was there. Um she was doing her thing. She was having fun, but it wasn't over the top. She wasn't um so tied to Kenya, and I think that's what our main issue with her has been. And did you notice how when she was with the other girls, how she wasn't really feeling Kenya in that moment?
Mhm.
She's like, I'm starting to see like why y'all have issues with Kenya because I felt some kind of way with her running around questioning us and questioning everybody.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, got it. This is good. This is good.
But that goes
This,
to show you how easily she is to flip.
fair. I could see that point of view, but now it's not she's blinded, you
Mhm.
know. But she's also reacting because now she's on the other end. So it's like, okay, you're just speaking out because now you're in her line of fire. So that was that. Did we have Portia yet?
No.
I think Portia was just Portia. She
Let
was
me tell you,
did her
Portia was
thing.
out to have a good time, and she
Hmm.
got like she was stumbling and bumbling by the time they were putting Cynthia in the swing. Like she she was everything I would have wanted to be had I attended something like this. She just didn't care. She was there to have fun, and she was gonna have fun with whoever, and no one was gonna spoil her time. I loved her.
Marlo looked great. Marlo was fun, but Marlo's always a good time at a party. So I expect nothing less.
You know what? I loved Marlo's commentary when Bolo first came in and was like doing his little performance right in front of the couch. She was like, "You know what? These hoes love this. They all got relationship problems." And she went through every single one of them like she was the narrator
Hmm.
of it. I loved it. Maybe if she had narrated the whole show, it would have been like super cool. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. She was good.
Same. Who else was there? Tanya.
Mhm.
Tanya looked great. It was funny. She was fun, but then when everything started coming out, she kind of got nervous, and that's what kind of made me kind of laugh. Cause like you really look, you got caught. Got caught doing something.
Do you think that they went back and edited some of the scenes that she was in?
I wouldn't be surprised. I can't say I would. I say yes. I say
Because
yes.
we hardly saw her.
Correct.
And when we did, she kind of looked guilty or shocked.
I agree with you. I
I
agree.
was looking and I was like, where was she this whole episode? So I watched it again this morning and I was just like, interesting. I wonder if they did an edit of this.
Agreed. Because it seemed like like you said, it seemed like her reactions were pieced together.
Hmm, hmm.
Her reactions didn't flow with the rest of the show. So I'm gonna rewatch it again just to double check to see if I exactly see what you saw. But I did see parts of it, but
Hmm.
I didn't see it the first time, so I might want to go back and watch the episode just to see if I can see it now, looking for that.
Yeah, it was just odd. I thought I would have, because like I was looking for images at the performance part, And it was hard, like, that image that I got of her on the couch, and then one where she's come back downstairs and rounds the corner, and she's like, "Oh," but it was super quick, and
Hmm.
it's gone, like, you hardly saw Tanya, but okay,
Right.
who else? What
Cynthia was
about
Cynthia.
Shamia?
Oh, Shamia. Shamia's fun. Shamia just does her thing. I was like, oh, you still got that chill, you still got that cheerleader. Okay, I got you. Guess it don't go away.
And Cynthia.
Poor 50 Cent, but she was there
She
and she
was
tried to
a
have a good time.
sport.
She was a sport.
She took the panty rocket all in good fun until
Hmm.
I guess Candy got a little bit too heavy-handed with it and she took it out. But then Candy came with the big rocket and she was caught in the swing, so she had no choice. But I
Right.
mean, I would I expect Cynthia to do that? No, but she
No,
took it. I
she was
mean,
a sport.
say take it, but yeah,
She
she
was a
was a
sport.
sport.
They
Yeah.
she understand they can't do all this for her, and this weekend was about her. So I think it was good that they actually focused on what they were there for, which was Cynthia.
Mhm. Yeah. How many days in are we? Just oh my god. All right. So, anything else that we want to talk about for the dungeon night?
No, I mean, we pretty much saw, how can I say it? We saw what we were told we were going to see. And I was good
Mhm.
with that, to be completely honest, because it matched what we heard preseason. So I was good with that. But
Mhm.
what I am interested to see is how the fallout plays out. Like, you have Kenya's new truth with Marlo. Now, here's an interesting question for you.
Mhm.
Why do you think after all this time, all of a sudden, Marlo and Kenya call the truth?
I think Marlo's perspective on life has changed
Okay.
now that she's taking care of her nieces and nephews. She no longer has an alliance with Nini, so it
Okay.
would benefit her to not be sniping constantly with Kenya. It's not a good look. And I think it's time that they just ended that stupidity of what she said about Kenya and her relationship with her mom.
Hmm.
That was a low blow, and she needed to apologize for that. And I just prefer to see that they call the truce on this particular night. Um, will will the truce last? Probably not.
Okay.
But this particular night, like you said, it was supposed to be the focus on Cynthia, and I'm glad that they were not biting at each other.
Agreed. And so, do we think this will last?
No,
Okay. Perfect. Me neither.
yeah, because Marlo's gonna say something stupid, and Kenya's gonna say something stupid, and I don't mind that because I do need some banter. I just don't want them to go back as low as they did before.
I
They're
can
good
agree
at
with you there.
sparring. Yeah.
Yeah, two quick-witted, quick-mouthed
Mhm.
women. I can go
Mhm.
with that. We forgot Drew. What do we think about Miss
Drew.
Drew Sidora?
Drew, I was here for her excitement. She said she had never been to a bachelorette party, and furthermore, she don't know what Ralph did down in Tampa. I was here for it.
I'm glad she mentioned that. I was really
Mhm.
glad she mentioned that. She's like, you know what?
Mm.
I don't know what he did in Tampa, so I'm okay with this. I was worried with her the most. I thought like, well, we're moving, and I'm married, and blah 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 blah. But she let it go. She had a good time.
Mhm.
Is this the first episode there was like really no fighting? I didn't recall any fighting, or
No, they substituted fighting for the court scene at the pool.
I'll take that. And that crab did look good, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm just
who
saying.
who let Latoya buy that crab boil to put in the shrimps first? Shrimps going last in everything. Everything. They cook in
Yeah,
like minutes.
yeah, because if you put them in first, they're gonna overcook.
That's what she did because
Ugh,
Marlo had to come and fix it.
yeah, poor thing.
Ugh,
But
but
do we
you know,
think
mhm.
so? How long do you do this Kenya um trial? How many episodes is it gonna be? Is it gonna do? Are we getting one episode or are we getting two?
Listen, I expect these hoes to be back on the bus or the plane and going back home next week. I
Okay,
don't want to see any more South Carolina. I just don't. We've had enough. We've had enough. Like we've gotten to the next day. The girls, one set of the girls went on the fishing trip, and the next set of the girls stayed at the pool because I don't know, they were too tired to go fishing or whatever. But I love the fishing trip. Marlo helped catch that baby shark. And the girls were all happy. Like most of those girls went out there in heels, like Marlo, why? But
right.
you expect that. You expect that from her. Um, and the girls, I bet the girls who stayed to go by the pool wish they had went to the fishing trip.
Mhm. Gotcha. No, I was curious. Like, are they gonna drag this out or are we gonna move this along now? Because if they move it along, I'm okay with this segment of the arc because I really expected like 6 episodes of this. I really did, but they cut it down to maybe like 3 or 4, and I'm okay with it.
We've been there long enough.
Correct.
You know,
I
it's
agree.
like Vegas. Never stay more than 3 nights.
Never,
We need to go
never.
home. We need to go home because don't forget, they're gonna drag out, 50 Cent wedding.
Yes.
I can't like I can barely hold on with this first drag out. Like it just feels like we're gonna get like 30 episodes of complete nothing this season. Um, so yeah, I would like to go home next Sunday.
Same here. I'm with you. I'm like, this was good. Keep it simple. Keep it short. And I don't want. Here's the thing. I don't want Cynthia's the preparations for her wedding to drag out either. I'm gonna need that done in 2 episodes or less.
They said last week that she was 16 days to her wedding.
Hmm.
If they drag this out 16 episodes, I'm gonna die.
Right.
So I'm just preparing myself for them to drag out the wedding.
Same. I like the. I'm gonna put up Bobby's comment because she's a good question actually.
Why is Tanya not married?
Yeah.
Um,
Paul ain't Paul ain't trying to get married.
I think
Paul likes
she
their relationship. Paul
probably
likes their.
tried, but has given
Mhm.
up on making it happen.
Yes, because I think Paul likes their situation just the way it is.
Mhm.
Tanya
Mhm.
can Tanya can do her, and he can have all the cookies he can eat, and I'm gonna leave it there.
I was listening to another show today. Did they say that Tanya admitted to doing threesomes and doing NDAs?
I thought they were still talking about Candy, but
Hmm.
we'll have to do research now. Because I'm now you got me curious.
Hmm. It wouldn't surprise me that she was, that way inclined.
Oh no, she wants to come across as very wholesome, very sweet.
As
It's okay,
Marlo
Tanya.
said, those the hoes you got to watch,
Right,
the quiet ones.
exactly. But overall, this is a good episode. I'm
Yeah,
satisfied.
yeah. I I think, like I said at the beginning, this is the episode I've been waiting for all 10 episodes. I just want to see the girls have fun and all be together while having fun. And this was good. And Bolo was an added treat.
It was mentioned by all about the tea. Okay, that's where it was. The Tanya hadn't
Aha.
met.
So I did hear correctly because I
Okay,
was in and out on that. Okay, so Tanya, why should they get married if he gets to do everything? with an NDA to boot.
Right. But,
Let's
mm, I
just
mean,
put this up. This is too cute. Okay, so Vintage Optimism says, even if Bolo came back as Kenya's boot Oblavi, nothing could take that stick out of her bum. I so agree with this.
Kenya, let's say this. Kenya is very dedicated to her role on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's gonna do what she gotta do. Just
Well, it
saying.
is her only paycheck. Well, not only, but her main
No,
paycheck right now.
right. She's got a production company with 3 credits. What are you talking about?
You're
I'm just
so
saying.
mean. You're
I'm
so
not.
mean.
That's what the little
She
I.
got Kenya more hair care.
Oh,
Selling
okay.
water.
I guess. Okay.
Oh, she's got a
Yeah. She.
divorce to pay for, so let's not take away her paycheck.
No. 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 I'm just saying she's committed to
Wait,
her role.
Kenya was writing stuff down? Where? She was so shady though. Like,
Hmm.
she came down at 6 to get something for the baby, and she stood there listening to what was going on in another room instead of going back to her baby. Like, wasn't she wasn't she all about the baby 2 episodes ago or something like that? When Candy had to yell at her?
Right. Exactly.
Hmm.
Did we miss? Did we touch on everything? I think
I
we
think so.
did.
Oh, did we mention? Oh, yeah, we mentioned the shark. That's about it.
Hmm. Awesome. I think that's it.
Yeah, that was a quickie.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
So everyone, thank you so much for talking with us. You know, your comments are so helpful. You catch things we may miss. And I think we can all agree that this episode was like the best of the season so far, and we're looking forward to see how the Marlo Kenya truce plays out, how long they're gonna drag out Cynthia's preparations and wedding, you know, and of course we know we are all looking forward to reunion. So again, thanks for joining us. Hit the like button on your way out. Please leave a comment and let us know about what your predictions are for the rest of the season, or if you have any new shows that we should watch. Until next time, bye.